Hello. I'm going to share this book with you. It's called Guess How Much I Love You. And I have this little character from the book here. This was my daughter's and she got it in a little set and it's really cute. You can see, tell the story with it. And it's really, really sweet. So I'm not sure I'll be able to use this and read the book at the same time. But I'll give it a go. Guess how much I love you. You can see Mummy Rabbit or Daddy Rabbit. I'm not sure it says actually. We'll find out, won't we? And here we go. Okay. Little Nut Brown Hare, who was going to bed, held on tight to Big Nut Brown Hare's very long ears. And if you see there, which one do you think is Little Nut Brown Hare? Ooh. And which one do you think is Big Nut Brown Hare? Yeah, I think you're right. He wanted to be sure that Big Nut Brown Hare was listening. Guess how much I love you, he said. Oh, I don't think I could guess that, said Big Nut Brown Hare. This much, said Little Nut Brown Hare, stretching out his arms as wide as they could go. So can you do that? Put your arms out really wide. This much. Excellent. Let's turn the page. Big Nut Brown Hare had even longer arms, so you might want to try that with your adult. So if you stretch your arms out really wide, say, I love you this much, and then they can do the same. And let's see who has the biggest, stretchiest arms. Let's see. But I love you this much, he said. That is a lot, thought Little Nut Brown Hare. I love you as high as I can reach, said Little Nut Brown Hare. Should we try? Try and see how high you can reach. And I love you as high as I can reach, said Big Nut Brown Hare. That's a lot, isn't it? See if your adult can stretch up. Who can stretch bigger? Who can stretch the highest? That is quite high, thought Little Nut Brown Hare. I wish I had arms like that. Then Little Nut Brown Hare had a good idea. He tumbled upside down and reached up the tree trunk with his feet. Can you see what he's doing? Wow, I definitely couldn't do that. I love you all the way up to my toes, he said. And I love you all the way up to your toes, said Big Nut Brown Hare, swinging him up over his head. Wow, they're reaching heights together. And they love each other a lot, don't they? I love you as high as I can hop, laughed Little Nut Brown Hare. And here he is, look. Hopping and hopping and hopping and hopping and hopping and hopping. Bouncing up and down. There he is. Excellent. But I love you as high as I can hop, smiled Big Nut Brown Hare, and he hopped so high that his ears touched the branches above. That's good hopping, thought Little Nut Brown Hare. You see their words. I wish I could hop like that. Maybe you and your adult can see who can hop highest. I love you all down the lane, as far as the river, cried little Nut Brown Hare. I love you across the river and over the hills, said Big Nut Brown Hare. That's very far, thought little Nut Brown Hare. He was almost too sleepy to think any more. Then he looked beyond the thorn bushes, out into the big dark night. Nothing could be further than the sky, he thought. I love you right up to the moon, he said, and closed his eyes. Oh, that's far, said Big Nut Brown Hare. That is very, very far. Big Nut Brown Hare settled little Nut Brown Hare into his bed of leaves. He leaned over and kissed him good night. Then he lay down close by and whispered with a smile, I love you right up to the moon and back. I think little Nut Brown Hare was asleep by that point. The end. Goodbye. Maybe you could think about how much you love your people in your life, so your adults or your brothers and sisters, aunties and uncles. Have a think. Can you measure love like that? Bye-bye.